Ladies and gentlemen, today is a video I did not see myself making. If you didn't hear the news, if you haven't seen it yet, they actually delayed Season 1 of Black Ops Cold War, therefore delaying Season 1 of Warzone and all of the other things that were supposed to be coming out on December 10th. If you didn't know, it got delayed until December 16th. So today, in this video, we're going to be talking about why it got delayed, and on top of that, what they're kind of doing to make up for it, which includes like a double XP weekend and a couple of free bundles with actually like operator skins and stuff, which is pretty cool. Does it make up for not having Season 1 on time? I don't really know. You'll have to be the judge of that. But there is also something interesting here. So, first things first, let's put on our tinfoil hats. All right, so now that we have our tinfoil hats on, we can kind of discuss why I think they delayed Season 1. And I think there's two reasons. I think it's twofold. First of all, I doubt they were done it on time. With everything that they have to work on, including the cross-leveling between Modern Warfare and Warzone and Black Ops Cold War, and then on top of that, all of the new content, characters, maps, and things like that, I first of all just don't think they were done on time. That's the first part. The second part, and the reason why we have the tinfoil hat on, is because I truly believe they did not want to compete with Cyberpunk. If you didn't know, Cyberpunk is also coming out on December 10th. It may very well be one of the biggest games ever to launch ever, like of all time, and I wouldn't want to compete with that either. So I'm actually guessing that that's more so the reason why it got delayed. Now, it's getting delayed until December 16th, and we got a blog post and this image that you are seeing here. This image has a lot of information about Season 1 on it. But first, let's dive into the blog post. So moving into the blog post. So first of all, they explain to us that what they are adding is pretty damn big. They explain that they are adding new multiplayer maps, new fan favorite 6v6 modes and playlists. They don't go in depth with what those modes and playlists are. And also the return of 2v2 gunfight with 4 2v2 gunfight maps. Now, I made a video a couple days ago discussing the leaks revolving around 2v2 gunfight, and I actually went over all 4 of those 2v2 maps. So if you want to check that out, I will link it down in the description after the video, that kind of stuff. Also, on top of that, they're adding a new Fireteam Dirty Bomb map as well, which is pretty cool. I didn't expect for them to add a Fireteam Dirty Bomb map. There is rumors that that's actually the mall map from the Season 1 roadmap, but we don't know that for sure. They also confirmed in this blog post that they are returning Raid, the 6v6 map, to Black Ops Cold War. They didn't say how many other 6v6 maps they were going to have. They just confirmed that Raid was going to be one of the maps coming right away at the beginning of Season 1. They didn't say any other maps or anything like that. They also said that there's going to be new Zombies mode, season challenges, and the new seasonal prestige system that goes all the way up to level 1000. We've talked about that before. It's cross Modern Warfare, Warzone, and Black Ops Cold War. My guess is that's probably the thing that's delaying them, is getting that working properly, and that will begin on the 16th, as we discussed before. They also said that they are adding a couple things over the next weeks to make up for the delay in the game. First of all, they are adding double XP and double weapon XP and free bundles. So starting on December the 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, that's a Saturday, for that weekend, we are going to have double XP and double weapon XP coming throughout that weekend. On top of this, they are adding 2 new free bundles. You don't have to pay anything for them. Starting on December 8th to December 15th, basically for a full week, you can claim these bundles. The first one is the Field Research Bundle. This contains an epic operator skin for Park, an epic SMG blueprint, a reticle, calling card, and a weapon charm. There's also the Certified Bundle, which has an epic operator skin for Garcia, a rare assault rifle, an epic reticle, and finally a weapon charm. So those will be free. They're adding those on the 8th, and they're going to be available for a full week. So the next thing it talks about in this blog post, which of course will be linked down in the description, is the updates that are coming with and before Season 1. So the first of which is coming on December 8th, which is this coming Tuesday, which is actually before Season 1 was originally going to come out. But it says the first of these is an update to Black Ops Cold War, which will be available to download on Tuesday, December the 8th. This update brings a host of quality of life improvements to Black Ops Cold War and prepares players for the new Season 1 game content integration, which becomes available on the 16th. It also says between the 7th and 16th, they're going to be having open communication with the community. Kind of, that'll probably be the teasers and trailers that'll be coming out to show us what's actually going to be in Season 1, which we're going to dive into in a minute. Don't worry, we'll get there. And then after this, it says there's also going to be 2 other updates, one on December the 15th and one on December the 16th, the first of which is for Black Ops Cold War, the second of which is for Warzone. And when we download the second update, which is the Warzone update, that is when Season 1 will go live. I'm not sure if the 15th update will actually change anything in the game, or if it will only change things once the second update goes live. But 2 updates on those 2 days, and then the update on December the 8th. So a lot of things coming over the next 2 weeks. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. We're getting closer and closer to 1 million. If you want to be a part of it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, we can get into the cool part of the video. What is coming in Season 1? So, if you just briefly looked at this image, you'd notice that Season 1 is delayed. If you take a deeper look at this image, it also tells you what is coming in Season 1. So, right above Warzone on the bottom right in some kind of blurred out red writing, you can see the name Stitch. Stitch is the name of the new operator who's going to be the title character for Season 1. We talked about him in the leaks video, and essentially he looks like Bane. That is the best way for me to describe him. Really muscly, has that little mask on him. He has his left eye has been stabbed out. A really badass looking character. So the next thing that we have is a little bit above that, and it is the name Vicar. Now this one I don't know. It's obviously the name of a character. I did a little research, and this was someone from the Soviet Union who was in the 1976 Olympics for discus throwing. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. The name is very close to Victor, so maybe Victor Reznov, or also it translates to English to the name Whirlwind. So I don't exactly know what this is. I guess it technically could be the name of a map that takes place in a whirlwind. I'm not sure on this one. So another couple big ones is above season. It says Nova 6 very clearly. Not sure what that has to do with anything. Maybe it's going to somehow play into Warzone or something along those lines. And then above that, in big writing, which is blurred out, it says Rebirth Island. So this finally confirms that the Rebirth Island is for sure coming. Our biggest guess is that this is going to be a remake of Alcatraz and then brought into Warzone as a brand new map, which is absolutely awesome. This pretty much confirms that. Now, the last thing that we have on these is a bunch of coordinates. So the first one that we have is up in the top right. It's 44 degrees by 59 degrees with a bunch of other numbers in there too. And where this leads us is to Uzbekistan. So as you can see, this is pretty much where it leads us to right here. Now, if you do a little bit more research on this area and go to Wikipedia, it talks about Vorzhozhednya Island. Sure, we'll go with that. And basically, this was a secret island in the Cold War, which we know as Rebirth Island. So, once again, this is another confirmation of where Rebirth Island actually is and how it's going to play into the story, the exact location, and it's pretty cool. And when we look at photos, it looks pretty reminiscent of Rebirth Island from Black Ops 1. So here's what's interesting is there are 2 other latitudes on here. The first one is 43480 north. The second is 3482 north, and that is it. That's all we have with it. But there's 2 on here. Now, there's no longitudes to actually go with this, so it can't give us an exact location. I tried just putting in the latitudes and figuring out where they were and what it could possibly be, and I didn't come up with anything. So if you have any ideas of what these could be, they're definitely going to be locations, map locations, or even something to do with Warzone. But if you have any ideas, feel free to let me know what you think of these down in the comments, because as of right now, like I said, I could just find the latitude. So that is pretty much it. The gist of this is Season 1 is delayed to December the 16th. That is when we get the big update that changes the leveling system for Modern Warfare, adds things to Warzone, new maps, new weapons, battle pass, characters, gear. Basically everything is coming on December the 16th. In the meantime, we have a couple of free bundles, double XP, and we're going to be getting an update on the 8th. Now, as we get more information, they told us starting on the 7th, we'd be getting more information on Season 1. And as we get that more information, I will bring you guys videos, keep you guys updated. It's very interesting. The delay is interesting. I don't know if it's because of Cyberpunk or they're just not ready in time, but the 16th is the big debt. So if you want to stay up to date on everything Black Ops Cold War, Modern Warfare, anything Call of Duty, whether that be Warzone or multiplayer, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. It's the best way to stay up to date on all my videos. Let me know what you think of this down in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, you found it informative, it's always appreciated if you do hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. But as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out. Alright, so now that we have our tinfoil hats, we are real.